Hello everyone and welcome back to It's Personal. I am Mona and yes, this is Color Long Part 2 Barn Edition. Yay! Finally I get around to doing this video, doing this voiceover for you guys. And yeah, I know I said in the last part 1, this is going to be a Color Long real series, but yeah, there were some problems, but I'll get to that in a second. I'll tell you guys what happened. Yeah, it wasn't fun, just saying. So the first thing I want to talk about in today's video is the paper I used for this project was Fabriano Cardstock. The Fabriano Cardstock is the paper I really enjoy for color pencils. There's other paper too, but this is the one I kind of go back to as my safe space. So I did a little demonstration in this clip of the two sides of the paper. There's my gogo going past. Yeah, when I was recording this, there was a gogo in the area and a little, I don't know what you call fruit fly or something weird like that, and it was flying around and just being an irritation. But all aside, the paper I'm showing you is the top one is the coarse side of the paper and the bottom is the smooth side of the paper, and you get different kind of textures when you color with your pencils on these two different sides of the Fabriano cardstock paper. Now I started off initially using the coarse side because I was like, oh, this could be cool for like texturing and like, you know, getting multiple layers on the paper, and there's tooth to the paper then. And then I discovered the back side. I'm like, this is way better. This is way easier to lay down pencils, because I'm one of those people that color that like to fill up the tooth. I like to get it as rich and dark as possible with my colors, and that the coarse side just didn't do that for me. The smooth side of the paper was a winner. I love that. So you'll see me, I'm going to probably be using a lot of that cardstock, the smooth side of the paper, in the next, I don't know how many videos. I'll try the other papers as well I have, just to get like a good like comparison for future reference on what is really good. But I think with paper you need to play around. Different things work for different people, and yeah, that is the original image I colored for this project before I went and digitized it. Digitized, is that even a word? Digitized that specific little project, and then I put it over into an A4 size, added a couple of things, and then I wanted to do a color along series with you guys. So today we are focusing on the barn, on the left hand side of the paper. I was contemplating for a while specifically what I wanted to do, and yeah, I decided on blue greens. Now this little cup is a birthday present from the friend I dedicated the red house to in the previous video, and that little Stereo Stumpy cup is becoming now the cup that holds all the pencils in between videos, like it is the pencils that I used in that video on the cup right now. So I can take out the cup and I can reflect back on the colors I used for this video, because I had audio problems, severe audio problems, but we'll get to that in a second. So this is the color chart for the Kalour 300 color pencil set. I bought it about, it's not even a year now, like 7-8 months ago. I've been using them on and off. This is the first full project I'm using them on, so I'm kind of excited to see how I'm going to enjoy the end result. But now I first need to pick the greens for this project. But now I'm going to like mess around in a little cup that I put those pencils in, because I cannot remember the names and from my little numbering chart over there I will never be able to remember. So let's pull out the greens I did end up choosing for the barn. It's like, I like the greens. This set has a really good green selection. I like those oceany blue green colors and vibrant warm greens, and just deciding on which ones to choose in combination with what is always a challenge. So from the pencils I just pulled out, I ended up using the teal 111, so that's the second one, 111, and there's a dark blush green 109, the turquoise 110, and the army green 274. I don't think I used a lot of that specific color, if I remember correctly, maybe just a little bit here and there to the end. But those were the four colors I chose. 111, 109, and the 110 on my color chart. these are the numbers, the original numbers that were on the pencils. I just had to redo them because for the life of me, it's not easy reading that silver lettering on the pencils. It looks extremely nice, but it's extremely impractical when you're working under lighting and stuff to find pencils. It's just way easier to redo the numbers and put little stickers on them. It just made my heart very happy to do that. So back in the cup they go. So I'm going to scratch through the pencils on the video for a second to find those numbers. I want to purchase one of those pencil pouches in the future to like sort the set into, just for convenience, so I can finding pencils easier. But at the moment, these little containers work really well because I can put them to the side of my desk in this little cubby thingy I have, and they sit there. They make my eyes very happy because it's all the colors of the rainbow, like sorted into groups. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It makes me happy, to say the least. I probably talked about a lot of stuff in this video that I don't for the life of me remember now, because I think I recorded this let me see, it's May. I think it was somewhere in the start of March somewhere, and then you guys got the first part of this series a month ago, plus minus. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since I recorded the initial video, and the audio that was with it. I promise you there was audio, but what happened was, to the end of the video, I had this is now technical errors. This is like stupidity on my side. After recording the first video, I went back and then I was like, okay, I need to delete the footage after copying it to my PC so I have enough space for part 2 to record. And I just deleted it, and then I started recording part 2, and to the end of the video it started like it would work for like 5 minutes and then it would stop the video, and then my audio wouldn't sync because I'm recording the audio from my PC and I'm using my phone for the video. So I had no syncage of the audio to the end of the video for like, I think it's about the last 15 minutes. Was such a mess, and I tried to fix it in editing, which was a hassle, and then I just couldn't get it to sync. There was just no way to make it look good. You'll make audio look good, but there was just no way to make it right. And yeah, I just scrapped the idea of the audio, and I'm like, you know what, when the time comes, I'm just gonna audio voice over it and get it over and done with, and I'll explain it to you guys, and you guys will be awesome and just understand that that's what happened. That is what happened. Life just lifed. I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to do the audio recording, voice over for it. And then life happened again. I've been struggling with the PC for a while. I had this sneaky suspicion my motherboard was starting to crash or die, or whatever you want to call it, because it would then, some days it would start up. It'd start up quickly, run fine. And then other days I would have to, what is that word they call it, like dead started or restarted like 100 times before it would load properly. And it was like a month ago, plus minus, a little bit more than a month ago now. I put it on one Saturday morning and it was dead. Not dead, it would come on, and there was no screen, there was no keyboard lights going on, the mouse light wasn't working, nothing. It's running, I can hear it running, but there was no action. It was dead, it died. So it took like 3 weeks to figure out, order some new parts, had amazing people help me set it up. Friends that I love dearly. Thank you, friends. You know who you are for saving my butt. We have this thing, when we do gaming together, we play Phasmophobia together, and we've got this thing with the crucies and the crucifixes we bring in for safety, and the smudges, and then everyone's always like, there needs to be something to save the butts. So they literally saved my butt with with the assistance they provided with the motherboard and the installation, and the much needed patience that was needed with me, who said, I want to do this myself for the first time. I tell you guys, it was terrifying. And my friend is like, no, it's not that bad, Mona, don't worry, you've got this. And I'm like, while I'm inserting the RAM into the new motherboard and it doesn't want to go in properly because it's brand spanking new, and I'm like pushing, and I'm like, I don't want to push too hard, I don't want to snap something or break something because this is really expensive stuff. Don't let people tell you like PC building is a cheap hobby. It's not a hobby, it's expensive, it is. But I think out of the learning process of it, I felt more empowered to understand what it takes to do something like that. Because there was this little at a point when we were installing the motherboard that I was like, I needed to put in little clippy thingies like at specific points for specific things to work, for the fans to work and all those things. And I was so scared because I had no idea. Everything looked the same. It looked like the same thing needed to go into the same spot, but it was just, if I followed the instructions and I was listening and I read what like the motherboard said, it was much easier. So never let anyone tell you there's things you cannot do, because if you've got the determination and you've got the patience, because that is something I need to work on, then you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm glad I pushed through and I didn't give the project to someone else to do or someone else to install it, because I felt empowered in the aftermath, and like afterwards, after I did that. Yes, there were some technical problems with the graphics card because I've got a bit of an older graphics card, and the drivers, installing the new drivers to make that work was a hassle. But even out of all of that, I learned so much that I didn't know before it. And I think it's exactly the same with art, or any hobby you want to pursue in life. You need to put in time and be patient and be okay with it takes you 45 minutes to color a barn, for example, because this is literally what this video is, everyone. This is a 45-minute video of me coloring a barn in different shades of greens and blues, and that's okay. That is 100% okay, because you need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy what you do. I enjoyed it. Contemplating, after I end this audio voiceover, to go and sit and record part 3 and 4, maybe, or maybe just part 3, just because I'm feeling the inspiration today. Because this morning I woke up, because it's Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon already in sunny South Africa, and I got up really early this morning to go fetch some stuff at Takelot, because I ordered some soft Artex oil pastels and some color pencils. I did not know if they were going to be any good. I'm going to pull out the box so I can read it to you guys. It's the Deli Finello color pencils. I bought the 24 set. 38mm smooth coloring leads, high quality softened base wood, rich pigment colors. I was like, okay, let's gamble and spend the 80 Rand, because that's what they cost at the time, to buy them. I was like, okay, let's gamble. It's 24 pencils, it's 80 Rand, it's not the end of the world if I don't like them. If I don't like them, I can donate them to someone who would really enjoy them. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, these pencils are pretty nice. I'll have to test them out on a proper coloring page or a little project to see if I can make them do what I want them to do, because I like blending, I like layering up, and I spoke about the 3-color system that Jennifer Stay uses in a previous video. And yeah, I think those pencils, even though they are really budget friendly, they might be something nice to like put in a little pencil holder and take with me when I go outside, or I go somewhere to go drink some coffee and I want to take some art supplies without being over the top with too many, because 24 pencils I can fit into a little case somewhere, I think. I think that's going to be fun, just trying them out and seeing how it goes. Oh, let me just take a little sip of my coffee. Woo, okay, all right, because talking takes a lot out of a person. I wasn't planning to talk this much throughout the voiceover, but if there's stuff to talk about and I can inform you guys about what I'm using or something cool I found, I'm gonna try and do that. You know what else is really cool? You guys will still see me use it throughout this video, is that small little brush. Brush. My English is not Englishing today. That small little brush I used for like sweeping away the color pencil particles that were lying around. I actually invested. It wasn't a big investment. It was like 30 Rand. I bought like one of those big brushes. You'll see it in the next video. A big makeup brush basically for 30 bucks at the nearest 5 Rand store, China shop store we have in town. And I'm like, oh, this is the best thing in the world, because I used it for some other things afterwards. I'm like, oh, this is amazing, why didn't I do this sooner? I was struggling with that little tiny brush for like who knows how long. And yeah, the bigger one has been a good investment, and it served me well for the last 2 months now, plus minus. I'm really enjoying it, but you'll see in the next video. I'll bring it out especially, and I'll show you guys why I love it so much. It's a cleaning brush. You use it for like cleaning the little dust particles off your paper. It's not a big deal, but if it helps me not use my hands as much over my project or what I'm working on, I think that's good, because I've heard a lot of people say the oils on your hands are not really good for the paper, and then if you try and lay your art supplies over it, it becomes a hassle. So I'm trying to avoid that and see if I get better results. But yeah, we live and we learn and we see. That is the important part. I hope you guys are still enjoying the color along. I wanted, like I said in the previous video, it's something I've really been thinking a lot about, and how I want to go forward in making content on this channel is making it as real as possible. And I'm starting to think about how I can do that in projects beyond like color along videos. Maybe go more for bigger projects, not bigger projects. I'm not going to do big projects on this channel. I don't have the capacity for that kind of thing right now. Maybe very far in the future, if things go well, I can think about it. But I mean, if I say bigger projects, I mean, let's say I want to do a painting. I want to paint something, but I know it's something that I'm not going to be able to finish in one sitting. I really enjoy gouache on card. What do they call it? Those brown card books. I'll try to remember to show you guys in the next video. I think I did show you in the first video the book I have with the brown paper in it that I use for gouache when I do like gouache projects and stuff. Those projects don't take me like one sitting. I have to sit down for a couple of sessions to fill those in, and maybe I can do some like paint along sessions in the same line as a color along series. Why? The reason is really simple. Time, number one. It takes a lot of time to do projects like that, and I want to share the real experience with everyone, because that's part of my channel. It's personal. Like your art journey is personal to you. I feel we need to slow down in how we perceive the pace things need to be done at, if it makes any sense at all. Life goes past us like click, 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 and we rush in that same click, 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 click motion. And there's no art, for example, is not a quick project. It's you can get quick projects. There's a lot of content out there, people giving you quick doodle ideas. I did one on my channel like a while ago, it was probably like a year ago now. I think it was. I'll have to double check for you guys. Let me see. We've got time. I can check it now. Why not? Let me just go to. Let me see. I need to find YouTube's. I want to go see what that name was of that video. It was basically like a flower doodle with a watercolor background, and they had flower doodles on top of it. View channel. Let me see. It was watercolor and color pencils mixed media fun. It was about a year. No, it wasn't that one. I'm lying to you guys. Watercolor paint and flower doodle. That was the video's name. It had like a pink, purple, yellowish background with some flower doodles all over it. That was a very quick video, 7 minutes 40 seconds plus minus. But in general, that little project took, I think it took like 45 minutes in real time. So I think what I want to do is get into like projects that, if I'm going to do projects, I want to do it in a format that's in real time. Because if you guys are going to do art, I want it to be as real as possible for you, and the expectation you put on yourselves for how long it's going to take. I feel sometimes when I watch sped up videos, I'm like, yo, I need to compete for that time, but there's no need. There's no, like, life just pushes us to do everything fast paced, and I'm at that point where I'm like, I need to slow down. I want to slow down and enjoy creating art. I want to enjoy the videos I make for YouTube. I want to enjoy the end projects at the end of the day. And if that means me making color along videos like this, and it takes me six parts to do this entire piece, then I'm happy to do that. If I do only 30, I would actually like to make these videos a little bit shorter, but real time still, but make them a little bit shorter, like 30 minutes, which is more realistic for everyday like life, basically, because not everyone has 45 minutes to sit down and color. You might only have 20 minutes or 30 minutes during your day, or maybe before you go to sleep tonight, you just want to do something fun for a couple of minutes, just to like unwind your brain, and just have a little bit of fun. I think I skipped, oh no, here it is. I thought I skipped over this part. Okay, so this was a project I did about 6 months ago, just at the end. It was at the end of last year. I think I spoke about it in the first video, and I really enjoyed that. That was done with another set of budget pencils I bought on Takelot. That was my first how I want to say the first pencils I bought that were like a gamble, because I didn't recognize the branding. I only got like basic reviews from Takelot on it, and I'll link that specific set I used for that in the video description below. And I really enjoy those. I enjoy those pencils. When I want to go back to like original pencil roots, then I go to that set because that set was where it started. Now I have too many colored pencils, which is not a good thing at all, but we try. Me adding another set today did not help, but yeah, if they bring you joy and you can afford to buy them, treat yourself to the budget friendly pencils that have good reviews, and when in doubt on these things, go and watch videos on YouTube. That's what I do with all the things. That's what I did with the Artex soft oil pastel set I got as well. I went to YouTube, I went to videos, I went to go watch other people use them to see if they were giving the type of quality I was looking for, because I've bought in the past, I've bought Pentel oil pastels, and they are lovely. They're really lovely colors. They are bright, but they're a bit hard. But as I've learned now from watching YouTube video after YouTube video and creator after creator, it's like, if you layer your harder layers down at the bottom, as I understand it, you can layer your softer oil pastels on top of them. I'm like, oh, this is a game changer, because now I can use both sets of pastels, and I can actually maybe get the end result I really, really want, and that is a pretty oil pastel picture, and not doubt the fact that I am incapable of using oil pastels. oil pastels. My Afrikaans is coming through very strong today. So yeah, that is going to be an interesting challenge. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see me try some soft oil pastels and some hard oil pastels together in a video. That could be interesting. See me struggle to use them. Pastels in general, they just test my patience on it. I have to be in the mood for being messy and having my fingers all covered in pastel, like the pigment and the color. But once in a while, I get that urge just to pull all of it. I pull all this, the force. Now, I've got 2 different sets. I pull all of it out, put it on my desk, and I'm like, okay, now I'm being messy today. Today is messy creation day. And usually at the end, the results aren't fantastic, but it's a whole lot of fun just to let go and just do something with it. So I really enjoy those. Okay, where are we along? We are currently let me see. We are doing the shading for the creases basically in the barn. So I laid down a base color for the entire barn, and then I went in with this darker, I think that is that looks like the dark bluish green. The dark bluish green to, like, you know, where the wood comes together, usually that is where the least amount of light would be present on your wood. So I was trying to like imitate, that's the word, imitate that look. There's still a lot of layering that needs to happen for me in this process of coloring the barn, because I basically did the paneling side of it. And it takes a good amount of time, to be honest. I think from out of all the parts of this project, I think the house walls that are red and the barns siding and stuff is going to be stuff that takes the longest. I'm gonna kick myself by saying that there's going to be other things that take a million years longer. I can promise you that right now. I can look at the trees at the background, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna take a second too, I know that. But it's still fun to look at it and think about the possibilities of what is next. What can I color next? Am I going to do trim on the house and the barn? Am I going to like tackle like the front of the image, you know, the grass, the hedging that is all the way in the front, the little flowers, the skyline? I'm like, what am I going to do with that skyline? Because I'm someone that likes, I think I said this in the previous video as well, I like sunset vibes with skylines and also sunrise. So it's going to be either warm colors or it's going to be like purplish warm colors. I don't know yet. I'm like, we'll see. I'll see when I get to the trees at the back what I'm going to do beyond that. If I'm going to stick to like bright, maybe I should try like autumny vibes with the trees. Now that I'm looking at the image, I'm like, that could be kind of fun. Like light green, very light greens, but maybe like put in some oranges and yellows to get that autumn vibe, because we in South Africa, we are heading into our winter now. So we are like at the end of our autumn. Is it May? Yeah, it's like end of autumn, May, the winter is starting. So maybe that would be a good idea. That might be an interesting turn for this image, and then I can see what I can do with the background. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I won't be getting to the trees in the next video, maybe in part 4. By that time this one will be out already. Then you guys can tell me, what do you guys think? Should I go autumny vibes with the trees in the background? Should I go full on like summer and everything is green and it's pretty? Yeah, what should I do? What do you guys think? It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. I think I'm going to leave you guys here for a couple of minutes. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee while you guys watch a little bit, enjoy this little mellow music I've got going in the background. I finally figured out today how to like voice over and hear the background music playing of the video, and then I don't have to sit here in silence talking to myself because that is awkward. But I'm doing that anyway, so that is confusing. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys here for a couple of minutes, and then I'll pop right back in closer to the end so you guys can see how I'm like doing that shading stuff right now. I'm probably gonna be going, by the end of that row, I'm gonna be going back in with some harder pressure to start filling in the tooth of the paper. And I'll see you guys around about that time, maybe to the end of that, just before the video ends. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Toodles. Oh, and if you've got coffee, get some coffee or do whatever you're doing. Maybe you're coloring along too. Go do that for a little bit, but keep watching the video. Just with you, keep it in the corner of your eye to see the progress happening. See you now. back, everyone. Hope you guys have been enjoying your coffee and your color along vibes with me. As you guys can see, I did go in with that teal color and just burnish the life out of that paper at this point to get that nice dark color. Oh, I just love it. Burnishing paper makes me really happy. I don't know why, but it just did the thing. It made it pop. A lot of people don't enjoy like burnishing probably that much, but I'm a fan. I really enjoy it. There's my little baby brush. You're going on retirement after this video, my friend. You don't know it. You didn't know it at the time, but you were going on retirement. Let me see. I think that is the dark green pencil, the one I thought. Yeah, it's the darker one. I think it's the darker one. Let me see. Yeah, it's the army green, I think. That is the army green pencil, 274. I went in just to, like, you know, give the wood a little bit of a tone, that it's not like all blue, that blue green, that there's actually a little bit of green in it. Like there was, let me see, what is the word I'm looking for? You know when you paint wood, or wood has been painted to different colors, and there's like this thing that happens where it starts to bubble up and some of the paint comes off and you can see the layer underneath. Maybe that was kind of the vibe in my head I was going for when I put in this dark green. Is that the dark? No, I think that is the turquoise. Yeah, that is the the color says turquoise, but I don't believe that is turquoise. That is the 110 pencil. Yeah, that is the 110. I was thinking that was the army green for a second there, but it's not. It's the 110. You see, when you do things in real time, you can actually see stuff. It's like I could see now that was the 110 turquoise color I was using there from the Kalour set to give that little pop of color and, you know, bubbly paint vibes. So everything is not one color, but there's a little bit of personality and dimension to the barn. Yeah, I think that turned out really pretty. The question is, what is next? What is my next focus for part 3 gonna be? I think I want to do the trim for the house, meaning the roof, the two sets of roof, the brickwork at the bottom of the house, and I think also the trim on the barn. I think that is going to be my focus for the next video. I'm probably not going to do the windows and stuff, but I think the trim for the house, the roof, the roofing, the brickwork, I'll see maybe the pillars and the chimney as well. I think I need to try and focus on getting that done in the next video. I'm just gonna have to think about what colors am I gonna make for it, what colors am I gonna use. There's 300 colors to choose from this set, so I'm sure I'm gonna pull out the color charts again in the next video, and we will be sitting there for 10 minutes figuring out which colors are gonna work best together. I like to do that on screen with you guys, so you guys can get a real-time idea of what it takes, what you can use. But like I always say, you don't need 300 pencils to do a project like this. For example, I sat this morning with the 24 set of deli pencils I got, and I was like, the first thing I wanted to do after swatching all of them out for myself was just see if I can mix basic, you know, do like blend basic colors together, because that is kind of important when you're doing projects like this, or when you have limited supplies, when you have limited colors. If you can layer a vermilion color, for example, like vermilion, like it's red basically almost, and a yellow, if you can mix those two colors to get to an orangey color, that is kind of important to me. So even if you have only a limited set of 24 pencils, or you've got a 36 set of pencils, because that is usually the average, or maybe you've got Giotto's got like a 36 set of pencils. They've also got 24 sets of pencils that are really nice. The Giotto 24 ranges are really good. The 36 set is really good. The skin tone set is amazing. If you've got only that as your adult coloring sets, you will be fine. Even if you go budget pencils like this, like the delis I bought this morning, or the set I bought in the one I'm linking in the description below, those sets are also amazing for coloring. That set is amazing for blending and coloring. I love it. But you don't need a 300 I'm over the top. That was a splurge early Christmas present to myself. You don't need those many pencils. I don't think I'm ever going to use all those pencils up, and even if I use one yellow up, there is enough to in that set to replace that one color. I'm not even going to miss it at the end of the day. So you don't need those many pencils to make this kind of project work for you. I can probably, and I probably need to do that in the future, do this size project with only 24 pencils and see how the results differ between having 24 pencils and having that full set. Actually, what I should do is I should just keep all the pencils I used for this project in the little Steri Stampy cup like the Steri Stampy cup I have, and count at the end of it how many pencils I actually used out of the 300 set to like get a good idea of how much is actually needed. But yeah, they look good in the video. Those little containers like spread out around the screen, I think they look pretty cute. So yeah, and if they're on hand to use, why not? And the other thing with art supplies is if you've got them and you want to use them, put them in like plain sight, keep them close by. Like I said, these pencils are like off to the side of my desk. They are never too far. And if I want to use something, I pull it closer. I bring it closer to my desk if I want to use it. If I know I feel I have this urge to like do something, I keep it in plain sight. If you pack for me, if I pack stuff in drawers and I don't see stuff for a long period of time, it goes above my head. I lose interest. But yeah, this video is coming to an end, guys. We've made it. Part 2 is almost finished. I'll share with you guys another little secret. When I started recording this voiceover, I was in like 10 minutes into like restarting, and then I was like, okay, now I'm in the groove, and I was 2 minutes in, and our power box ran out of electricity because we forgot to reload the units. And I'm like, okay, this is the last time. If I have to re-record this again, I am scrapping this idea. There will be a big apology note for this project on YouTube. But luckily, we have gotten through this. This voiceover is almost done. This project is almost, part 2 is almost complete. And I'm happy with this barn. I think this barn looks cute. I think this house and this barn is contrasting one another. If you need to put this in real life, someone's going to have an eyesore for this. But I think it looks cute so far. So for the next video, I think we're tackling all the trim on the house, the roof, the trimming on the barn. And I'm feeling excited. I think I'm going to go record it right now. But let's first get the editing done for this video. I think that's more important right now. But guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope if I'm babbling too much, talking too much, yeah, put me on mute. You don't have to listen to me, I promise. Yeah, but you guys can, you can do all those things that YouTube likes. Do the subscribe thing. The pop-ups are going to happen in a second. So please go and like and subscribe. I post the projects I do on Facebook and on Instagram. I try to schedule them as they come out. I'm trying to get some traffic going on those 2 platforms as well. So if you guys can support me over there, I would really, really appreciate it. And remember to hit the like button, the notifications, all the thingies for this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys should have a fantastic, fantastic day wherever you are. I hope the sun is shining. We've got a little bit of sunshine left for this Sunday. Thank you guys. Bye.